Rama Rama Hare एक भक्त भगवान से प्रार्थना कर रहा है कि ओ दयामय, मीन्स फुल ऑफ मर्सी, मर्सीफुल, आप दयामय हैं तो अब तो दया करो। बहुत देर से मैं आपके दरबार में आके गिड़गिड़ा रहा हूं कि मेरे ऊपर दया करो, दया करो, किंतु अभी तक मेरे ऊपर कृपा हुई नहीं है। अब इतनी देर हो गई तो अब तो कृपा करो, मेरे ऊपर कृपा करो। देखिए, ये एक दीनता का भाव है इसमें। These verses are written with a feeling of humbleness. Why? Because when we are treading on the path of devotion, the first step of devotion, where the devotion starts from, is humbleness. Like Mahaprabhu Chaitanya said, Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniyah sadahari. He's saying that who can worship God? Who can attain devotion? So he said three things. Number one, Trinadapi sunichena. You have to be very humble, more humble than a leaf of grass. We walk on the grass. We crush it. It bends and gives the soft touch of itself. It doesn't say anything. Why are you walking on me? No. It bends. So we have to be humbler than a leaf of grass. Tarorapi sahishnuna. A tree is so forbearing that we throw the stone to get the fruits. We throw the stone on the tree and it gives us fruits. It gives us shadow. Even when the tree dies, it gives us its wood to make furniture and many other things. We have to be more forbearing than a tree. And amanina manadena. We should always have a feeling to respect everyone. Even those who should pay respect to us, they are junior than us. They are subordinate of us. Even then, we should have the feeling to give respect to everyone and amanina without any expectation of getting respect from them. Amanina amanadena. Because the devotion starts from here. Many people think that being humble in front of everyone is humbleness. This is not the only meaning of humbleness. In the area of devotion, the meaning of humbleness is little different. The meaning of humbleness in the area of devotion is we have to accept that I am a sinner. Because I am a material being, my mind is material. It's full of anger, passion, greed, etc. Such a mind cannot do anything except committing sin. You may think that, but we are not like that. I'm not committing sin all the time. We say it because we don't know the definition of sin. Lord Krishna said in Gita, Man nimittam kritam papam mad dharmaya chakalpate ma manadritya dharmopi papam syan mad prabhavata. What is the meaning of pap and punya? Man nimittam kritam papam. Even if you are lying, telling lie is a sin. To deceive anything, to say anything wrong is a sin. But if you are committing any kind of sin to increase your devotion, suppose your family member do not like that you should go in the satsang. But if you say, I'm going in a party, I'm going to meet my friend, they are happy. Okay, go. I'm going, say, no, but don't waste your time. They would say like that. So if it is so, and you say that I am going to meet a friend, although you are going in a satsang, but you say I am going to meet a friend, it's not a pap. Why? Man nimittam. This pap is done for the sake of increasing your devotion towards Lord. That's why it is good. But if you are performing any action which seems like it is dharma, it is punya, it is good deed, but you forgot about God, like you are going to the temple. Everybody knows that going to the temple is a good thing. But if you go to the temple to meet people, you are not thinking about God. Rather, you are having friendship with each other. You are talking to them about your material things. Or you are thinking about the material things. Sitting in the temple, sitting in front of the altar. If you are thinking about the material things, then this is pap. Then now, we have to read ourselves that in 24 hours, how many moments we give to remember God. Anytime, if you are doing anything, remembering God, like you are cooking food, but you are thinking in your mind that I am cooking food to offer it to God. You are thinking about God. You are thinking about your Guru. You are thinking about the devotees with the feeling of devotion. Then cooking is also your sadhana. You are going somewhere, driving your car, but you are thinking about God. You are thinking about Guru. It is sadhana. It is good deed. So we have, because most of the time our mind is engaged only in material chores. That's why most of the time we are committing sins. And secondly, we should think that if I have committed sin, only one sin in one life, just one sin in one life, even then we have spent innumerable lives. That's why also we have accumulated innumerable sins. So how can we, what should we do to get rid of it? There are many kind of rituals said in the Vedas, that if you do this, you perform this ritual, this puja, then you can get rid of this pap. For every kind of pap, there is some ritual. If you perform that ritual, then we can get rid of that particular pap. But what about the rest of the pap? And suppose you do something which can absolve you from all kind of paps, even then it is still the material mind. It will keep on committing sin again. So in that way we can never get rid of all the pap. That's why the best way, which is said by our scriptures, by the saints, and it is explained very clearly by Shri Maharaj Ji, that never try to get rid of any sins. You cannot do that. We think that how can I get rid of my anger or passion or greed, etc. No worry. You cannot get rid of them. Because your mind is material. It is the nature of mind. We cannot get rid of them. Then what can I do? Then how can we realize God? How can we attain the grace of God? Is it impossible to attain the grace of God? No, no, no. Innumerable people have attained the grace of God, and we can also do it. So what should we do? You just increase your love for God. Don't waste your time. Then how should I get rid of my anger? How should I get rid of my passion, etc.? You cannot do that. You just remember God all the time. We have to make only one practice. Remembering God all the time. Whatever you are doing, wherever you are going, just try to feel that God is with me, because He is omnipresent. It's not that it is our imagination only. We have to imagine that God is with me, Guru is with me. No. God and Guru are omnipresent. They are already everywhere. But we don't feel it. We have no trust that God is everywhere. That's why we commit sin. Like your son is sitting in front of you, then he will be afraid of doing anything wrong. When parents are not there, they can do anything wrong. Now nobody is seeing me. We also always commit sin when we feel I am alone. Suppose you are going to steal something from the house of someone, or somebody comes over there at the same time, then you won't steal. Suppose you are coming in the temple and on the way you saw a purse of someone. You saw there are lots of bills of $100. You think that, oh, God is so merciful. I was in need of money at this time. I was desperate to have some money. I didn't have. I have to do that. I had to do that. God is so merciful. He gave me all of a sudden so much money. And He will keep it in your pocket. But if you see somebody seeing you, when you were picking up the purse, you saw that someone is seeing you, then you won't steal it. Rather, you will go to that in charge of the temple, the priest of the temple, and he will announce that whose purse is this. So we are afraid of the human beings, but we are not afraid of God, who is seeing every time, everywhere. Because we have no faith that He is everywhere. He is seeing us all the time. So to increase our deenata, to increase our trust, to increase our love for God, it is also very important to know that God is omnipresent. Few things which are very important to know to increase our deenata. Number one, we should always keep in our mind that God is omnipresent and He is omniscient. He doesn't have to know like the saints can know about anyone, any idea of anyone, whenever they want to know. God is not like that. God is individually sitting in the heart of everyone. So when we start thinking about anything, since that moment on, God knows everything. What did you thought? What did you do? What you want to do? He knows everything. So we have to repeat, we have to revise this knowledge in our mind every day that God is omnipresent and He is watching us all the time. If I do anything wrong, physically or mentally, even if I think about doing anything wrong, He knows. The human beings would not give you the result of your path. If you are thinking wrong about a saint, any human being cannot punish you. Only God will punish you. And He is watching us all the time. We have to be afraid of God. We should not be afraid of the human beings. They cannot do anything. We have to keep in our mind that He is everywhere and He knows everything. Number one. Number two, we should also know, to increase our humbleness, that I have committed innumerable sins already. And there is no way at all to get rid of them. No way at all. Because the mind is material. It's the nature of mind that it commits sin all the time. Our mind is usually wander in this material world. Even when the people come in the temple, sitting in a satsang, even then the mind goes off and on in the material world. Because it is the practice of the mind of innumerable lives. That's why we have to be very careful about it. So we should know that I have committed innumerable sins, and there is no performance of any kind of ritual which is depicted in the Vedas or any other scripture to get rid of them. So what is the remedy? Only one thing. We have to depend on the mercy of God. We have to accept it wholeheartedly in front of God that I am a sinner, the greatest sinner. I have committed innumerable sins. That's why my heart is very dirty. It is full of kam, krodh, lobh, moh, isha, dvesh, man, matsarya. All the vices of Maya are here. So if I will do anything, any effort to reach you, it will be impossible. That's why I am looking for your mercy only. Mercy means you forget about my sins because it is the nature of my mind. I am helpless. I cannot do anything. So forget about my sins and remember your nature of causeless mercy. Because you are causeless merciful, that's why I am begging in front of you that no one is here in this world or anywhere who can help me to attain my ultimate goal of life. So please you accept me, because it is the only code in the entire universe where the sins of past are not counted when someone surrenders. So we have to surrender our mind unto God completely. And complete surrender means, number one, we have to admit that I am the ocean of all kind of bad qualities. We have to admit it. It is the reality. It is a fact. We have to admit it, that I am the abode of all kind of bad qualities. That's why I have no right to see the bad qualities of others. Because no one is worse than me. We have to think like that. It is called humbleness. To accept, admit that I am the treasure, I am the ocean of all the bad qualities. We have to admit it. And number two, no one is mine, because we have seen that in the entire world, everyone loves you because of some selfish motive. If your selfish motive is not solved, then even if he is your son or husband or father, mother, anyone, you don't like them. You want to leave them. If someone else is helping you more, if you have more expectations from someone else, then naturally you get attached to them. So we have seen there is no one who can be mine, who does anything for my happiness. Everyone is coming to me, serving or speaking sweetly, or inviting me, or giving something to me, giving any favor to me. Why? Because there is something behind it. Some selfish motive behind it. Means background is dangerous. There is something behind it. That's why he's helping you. That's why he's favoring you. That's why he's talking to you so sweetly. We should know that. And it is the philosophy of the Vedas. Navare patyuh kamaya pati priyo bhavatyatmastu kamaya pati priyo bhavati. Navare jaya kamaya jaya priya bhavatyatmastu kamaya jaya priya bhavati. The Vedas are saying there is no wife in the entire universe who loves her husband for the happiness of husband. She loves her husband for her own happiness. There is no husband who loves his wife for her happiness. He loves his wife for his happiness. There is no son. Navare putranam kamaya putra priya bhavanti atmastu kamaya putra priya bhavanti. There is no son in the entire world who loves his parents for their happiness. They love their parents for their happiness. Likewise, there is no parents who love their children for their happiness. They love their children for their own happiness. This is the philosophy of the Vedas. And we should observe it. We should introspect ourselves. What am I doing? Is it true? Read yourself and read others as well. Then you will know the reality. So as much as we know this reality, there is no one in the world who is really mine, who really loves me for my happiness. That's why it is said, everyone is selfish. What is the selfishness of all the living beings? They want their own happiness. Because everyone is devoid of happiness. Everyone is looking for happiness. That's why everyone is selfish. Everyone wants happiness according to their concept, according to their wish. So if we keep these two things in our mind, number one, that I am a sinner, there is no other way to get rid of it except your mercy. Number two, there is no one in the world who loves me. We have to keep these two things. This will detach our mind. And then we'll get more attached to God. If there is some expectations in this world from anywhere, then naturally we will get attached to them. But if we have no expectation from anywhere, then naturally we will not be attached. You don't expect anything from your neighbor. That's why you're not attached to them. They live so close to you. But you know that they will not be helpful for me. Then you don't even want to know that who are they? What are they doing? What is their problem? Nothing at all. So we should keep in our mind these two things. That creates humbleness. And number three, we should also know that how can we attain true happiness? Where is true happiness? And how can we attain? This knowledge is given by your Guru, and then you will know that the entire world is material, made of maya. That's why it is inert. That's why anything which is inert cannot give us happiness. That thing which is inert, neither it can give me happiness, nor it can give me misery. But if I feel that this is good, it is good for the fulfillment of our desire, then we say that it is good. There is happiness. And whenever we feel, no, it is not good for me, it does not fulfill my desire, then we think it is bad. Like this harmonium. When I play, it is nice. I say, this harmonium is very good. I like it. I don't want anybody else to touch it. It's very good harmonium. But when it doesn't work very well, I say, I don't like, it's not good. This harmonium is not good, take it away. So we should know that who is the abode of happiness? Lord Krishna is the embodiment of happiness, plus He is so merciful. You won't see anyone in the world that kind, that merciful as God is. Why? Because suppose you insult someone in front of many people, and then next day when you have something, some selfish motive with the same person, and you go, please excuse me, yesterday I insulted you, but now I need $1,000. He will not even look at you. Why did you come here? Get out from here. You insulted me in front of a big crowd. Why are you here? You abused me. When I asked you to help me, you never came to me. Why have you come to me now? We will talk like that. But God knows that we have been committing sins since eternity, and we never listen to God. The scriptures are the words of God. The words of Guru are the words of God. We never listen to them. We ignored. When we know satsang is going on somewhere, so today I don't have to go anywhere, I am free, okay, then I will think that, okay, I will go to satsang. But if I have to go somewhere in some material event, there is a birthday party or marriage party, or someone else is coming to meet me, or I have planned to meet someone in his house, then we will say, oh no, we are very busy. I have no time to go in satsang. The last priority is given to satsang. And God knows all that He has been doing all these kinds of offenses, the sins. Still, if anybody surrenders now at this moment, God does not see the back pages of our record. He would not even look at that what have you done before. As soon as we surrender completely unto Him, accepting this, I belong to no one anymore. No one in this world is mine. And I know that you alone are mine. My mind is completely surrendered to you alone. From that moment on, Sri Krishna immediately accepts the person, and He gives all His properties. Not only the bliss, He gives His unlimited bliss forever, which is ever increasing. He gives His complete knowledge, majesty, all the powers, and He makes us free from all the sins which we have committed before, and He will take the responsibility of future as well, forever. Who will be so merciful? So when we think about these things again and again, about these qualities of God, again and again, then naturally and gradually our love for God will increase, our deenata will increase. Because we don't have humbleness, because we never accept from our heart that I am kami, krodhi, lobhi, mohi, I am a liar, I am a deceiver, I am very passionate. We don't accept all these things. That's why if somebody indicates towards any fault of ourselves, we feel bad. Rather, we find the faults in others. We never look towards ourselves. This is called ego, ahankar. The opposite word of deenata is ahankar, ego, arrogance. We are arrogant. We are finding faults in others. In that way also, we are increasing our sins. We are contaminating our mind. If you think about any bad thing about any person, then you are bringing that bad thing in your mind. Without bringing in your mind, how can you think about it? Thinking about any bad thing means you have brought it in your mind. So you have contaminated your mind already. It's not sure that person is bad or not, but your mind has become bad now. It has contaminated now because you brought that bad things in your mind. So we have to think about those things to increase our deenata. And God likes only deenata. Whoever becomes deen, whoever forgets about all these things, whoever thinks that I am the abode of all the kind of sins, God is the ocean of mercy, He is causeless, merciful as well. If I surrender myself completely unto Him, then I will attain the grace and this human life will be successful. If we think like that again and again, then we can attain the ultimate goal of a life in the same life. This is the meaning of deenata in short. Now if you have any question about it, you can ask me.
दीन कैसे बनना है?
दीन बनने के लिए हमें बार बार ये सोचना है कि हमारे अंदर जो गड़बड़ी है वो हम किसी तरह उसको नहीं हटा सकते बिना भगवान की कृपा के। और भगवान तब तक कृपा नहीं करेंगे जब तक हम बिल्कुल उनके ही ना बन जाएं। हम ये को फील करना है कि भगवान ही, उनकी ही कृपा से हमको आनंद मिलेगा, रियल ब्लिस मिलेगा। और हम तभी वो रियल ब्लिस पा पाएंगे जबकि हम अपने को ये माने, वी हैव टू एक्सेप्ट इट कि भी कि हमारे अंदर बहुत सारे गड़बड़ियाँ हैं, एंगर, पैशन, ग्रीड, ये सब हैं हमारे अंदर। तो कोई दूसरा हमें बुरा कहेगा तो हमें बुरा नहीं लगेगा क्योंकि हमें पता ही है कि हमारे अंदर ये सब हैं फॉल्ट्स। और अब फिर हम दूसरे को भी नहीं कहेंगे बुरा क्योंकि हमें पता है हम तो खुद ही बुरे हैं, हमारे अंदर तो खुद ही ये सब गड़बड़ियाँ हैं, इसलिए हम किसी और को भी बुरा नहीं कहेंगे। और फिर हमारे पास एनफ टाइम होगा भगवान के लिए, स्मरण के लिए। कंप्लीट सरेंडर माने होता है कि मन में हमारे भगवान के अलावा कभी कुछ ना रहे, उनकी ही हम याद करें। तो उनका जितना ज़्यादा हर समय सोचो उन्हीं के बारे में, खाना भी खाओ तो सोचो हम उनका प्रसाद पा रहे हैं, स्कूल भी जाओ तो सोचो हमारे साथ चल रहे हैं, पढ़ाई भी करो तो सोचो वो हमारे साथ बैठे हैं। बस उनको याद करते जाओ, बाकी सब वो अपने आप देख लेंगे। अब तो दया करो, दयामय करुण जाने जीव बानी अपार करुण जाने बानी अपार करुण जाने निज बानी अपार अवगुण चितना धरो दयामय अवगुण चितना धरो दयामय अवगुण चितना धरो कहो न माना
daya
राधे राधे बोलो रे राधे राधे बोलो रे राधे राधे बोलो रे राधे राधे बोलो रे राधे राधे गोविंद बोलो रे राधे मेरी सरकार की जय, श्रीमद सतगुरु सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय